Emanuel Navarette versus Oscar Valdez, two knuckleheads, the rematch. It went down yesterday, and it definitely didn't fail to disappoint while it lasted. Look, I didn't cover this fight live as we did Hitchens and Paro yesterday because that fight was a touch more important for me and on my radar, but this was another great fight that I was looking forward to. The first fight was really exciting, and I knew this fight, because of these guys' styles, was going to be very exciting. You know, Valdez has got huge cojones, and Navarette, throws a million punches, and they throw everything with mean intent. And so I was really looking forward to this fight. It didn't disappoint again while it lasted. If you guys didn't see it, it was an exciting fight. It was back and forth while it lasted, but Navarette was able to drop Valdez a couple times throughout the course of the fight and then finish him with an absolutely brutal left hook to the body as Valdez was opening up to deliver his own blows. A couple things to unpack for me from this fight, right? First and foremost, man, it hurts my heart to see Oscar Valdez lose because the guy tries so hard and gives so much of himself. And even though I think he's a bit limited as a boxer, if I'm being fair, his heart is able to carry him through. So it's kind of sad to see him, give so much effort and come up short against Navarette. Now, with regards to Navarette, man, what I want to say is amazing punch selection. He throws so many punches. I mean, you don't even know where the punches are coming from. They're coming from all different angles. But one thing that he said was his wrist. They were mentioning this before the fight and the lead up to the fight too. He had a surgery done on his left wrist. He mentioned it multiple times in the lead up that he said was going to allow him to finally use his left hand in ways he hadn't been doing before. He was going to use it to throw punches that he wasn't able to throw before. And he definitely, look at that, he definitely called it. He showed it on the night, landing a left hand to the body that ended the fight and won him the fight. Super exciting while it lasted. Two Mexican warriors in there going to war. You wouldn't expect nothing less. But Navarette comes out on top, and continues his campaign down, whatever he wants to do, whether he wants to stay in the division or move up again. He came up short last time. He moved up, but again, could have been his wrist. Who knows? One concern, though, I had for Navarette, right? Forget the wrist. It looks good. His body, man, his body looked not in very good shape, if I'm being honest. He had a bit of, chub, let's call it, around the midsection. And I was a little surprised, as was Tim Bradley, that Valdez wasn't going to the body more to see if, it was as soft as it looked, because Navarette's body, man, it just looked soft to me. Didn't look to be in boxing shape. Now, you wouldn't be able to tell it because the guy could throw a million punches, and it didn't really seem to affect his output. The other thing, I think he does a great job, of conserving his energy, just in the way he fights. I mean, he's got this poker face constantly on. You wouldn't be able to tell if he was hurt or excited or whatever it is. The vaquero face, the poker face. I'm going to call it the vaquero face because the guy just, he's the vaquero and he doesn't change his expression at all, no matter what's happening. So maybe that allows for him, to have better stamina somehow than most people. I don't know. But the body, man, he needs to get, I think, in better shape, right, if he wants to continue doing this at the highest level. Otherwise, potentially, now I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure, but potentially someone's going to expose him to the body. At the end of the day, I thought it was a great fight. I thought it was way more entertaining than the Paro versus Hitchens fight because these guys actually went to war. Paro Hitchens was very touch and go, and it was a great fight for boxing. Knuckleheads, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Where does Valdez go from here? Where does Navarette go from here? Let me know in the comment section below. After you leave your comment, like the channel and subscribe and join. Subscribing and joining helps me continue to build this channel and bring you guys daily content and reactions as it deals to boxing. Of course, we go live after all the big fights, so tune in for our live immediately after the big fights. Join the forum. Let us know what you guys think. Join Knucklehead Nation. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about it. And again, subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing.